Hey lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Finally, we are making a very detailed makeup tutorial video. Over here we have Catherine, my beautiful friend turned model, and I will be glamming her face up. Without further ado, let's just get right up to the video. Firstly, I am carving her brows. I am brushing it down and taking out the excesses, doing the same thing upwards, taking out the excesses as well. You know, just make it look neat so that after the makeup, you're going to have a very detailed and clean brows for your client or your model. Onto the next, I am using the Msmetics cotton pad and the Garnier micellar water to do a deep cleaning on her face. So I'm just using the Angel baby wipes just to dry out the liquid on her face, you know, to make the face look really fresh and ready for the skin prep. Next, I am using the Mario Badescu setting spray to hydrate her skin. As you can see, I am using a fan and a brush to blend it into her face. So for moisturizer, I am using the Msmetics moisturizer in Balm. So guys, I am super focused on the under eyes to enable it maintain that moisture so that after applying concealer and setting it, it will not crease. And I am going straight up to using my hands just to blend the moisturizer into the face to enable the product to sink in perfectly. For primer, I am going into the Wynk hydrogrip primer for the rest of her face except underneath her eyes. She's got oily T-zone area, so I went onto the Becca mattifying primer for her T-zone alone. I am using this lip balm from Vaseline. I think it is really nice. It gives this moisture to your lips. For foundation, I am using Huda Beauty in the shade Chocolate Mousse. So quick one guys, I had challenges with my light setup while filming this particular makeup tutorial video. It made some videos brighter than the others, but I promise to do better next time in my next video. I want you guys to focus on what you're learning and not the color of the video. Thank you. I am going for a dewy finish look, so I am using the Morphe setting spray after applying the foundation, and I am drying it up with a fan, as you can see, and also blending, you know, the patches just to make everything look firm. For contouring, I am using the L'Oreal True Match foundation in deep golden warm 10 just to apply on the places I want fully sculpt and just to create dimensions on her face as well. So this is me blending the parts I applied the contour foundation on just to avoid unnecessary harsh lines. For cream blush, I am using the TMessential cream blush in the shade Cruise. I am applying it on the upper part of her cheek, which is above where you've contoured. For concealing her face, I am using Nuban Beauty in the shade 043 just to highlight the hidden parts that I want to pop out when light meets the face. And then we blend. We keep blending. Make sure you blend properly to avoid harsh lines. Blend very well. It is very, very important. I am also applying the concealer on the part that I want to pop out, and I am blending it as well. Going on to the same foundation I used for contouring underneath her cheek. For the nose area, I just want to contour the nose to make it look well sculpted and, you know, well contoured. I like it when the under eyes of my model or my client pops out more, so I went onto another concealer, which is the Too Faced concealer in the shades Latte, and I am blending it as well. This gives like a gateway to setting under your eyes, and for that I am using the mecier setting powder in the shade Translucent Honey to set my model's under eyes. And I told my model to look up, not to look down, to avoid creases. First I blend before going on to the setting powder. For the rest of her face, I am using those two shades right there from the V Beauty powder palette. And I am applying it on every part of her face to blend out all the harsh lines. For her powder contour, I went back to that same V Beauty palette but onto a darker shade to apply on the places I already did cream contour on. For her powder blush, I am using the Classic Makeup Blush palette to apply on the places that I applied the cream blush on, just to make it pop more and give it a more visible look. Onto the brows. Don't worry guys, I am not filming off camera. So first off, I started with this hair wax, applied it on the eyebrow just to arrange the hair of the brows, and I went onto the setting powder just to make the place ready for me to be able to draw my brows, because I am using a pencil, not a brow gel. So this is me trying to sketch out the line to outline the shape of the brows before shading it, right? Yeah. So I wanted a really dark brows, not so dark, right? But I just wanted it to be like dark enough. So I went onto the David's pencil in the shade, I think that it should be number 3, right? Yeah, so I'm going to be doing the same process with the second eyebrow as well. For defining the brows, I went onto the Nuban Beauty 043 just to define the brows, and I am starting from the arc area, blending it into the eyelids, cleaning out the excesses to define the outer side of the brows and also the top of the brows too. I don't like concealer. I don't like too much concealer. That's why I am being super careful when I'm defining the top of the brows. So I am just doing the same process right over the second brows, and yeah. So guys, I am prepping the eyes for the eyeshadow to come in. I am using the Nuban Beauty concealer in the shade 43, just blending it right here, and I went onto the same face powder that is closest to his skin just to apply it on top of where I added the concealer. This is just a way of preparing the eyes for the eyeshadow to be able to blend properly and to avoid eyeshadow creases basically. So I went on to the mecier in Translucent Honey setting powder, apply it underneath her eyes for the eyeshadow fallout. I started with the same powder I used for contouring to contour the eyes as well. So I went onto a darker eyeshadow to contour the outer side of the eyes. Y'all should just keep watching as I am applying and blending, applying and blending. So guys, I went on to a 1 to 2 shades. I am not sure if it is 2 shades, but I think it is 1 shade lighter powder for the arc area, just to blend the eyeshadow with the brows. I went into the volume 2 of Morphe Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow palette, and I am preparing the eyelids for the shine because I'm using pigment for this look. That is my elf glue. I applied my elf glue first before applying the pigment. The pigment is from Luzta. I didn't even realize that I forgot to film the pigment to show you guys how the pigment looks like. So I'm using the pigment Luzta Cosmetics in Eva. The name of the pigment is Eva in Luzta Cosmetics. So guys, I went into another Morphe eyeshadow palette. I went into that dark shade over there just to smoke the under eyes a little bit, and I am clearing out the pigment fallout and the eyeshadow fallout from underneath my model's eyes. And I am using this under eyes black pencil. I really don't know the name, but I know it's a waterproof under eyes black pencil. I am going to put the name on the description box down below. I am so proud of my model. Like, she did not tear up this time around. I remember the first day I did her under eyes, she was legit tearing up. It was like the world was about to end for her. So I am going on to this Zaron mascara to prepare her natural lashes for the eyelash that we are going to fix for her. I am using this alabaster box from Wynk lashes, that particular lash over there, and I am using this lash glue from Classic, and voila, I have fixed her lashes. On to the next. So guys, I went on to this Zaron liner to apply on top of her eyelid, right? And I went on to the same Zaron mascara just to brush her natural lashes and the lashes that I fixed for her. I love blush, guys, so I just do a little bit of touch up again just to make everything pop out and balanced and all of that. For setting spray, I am using the Morphe setting mixed. I am drying it up, and I went onto this tilbury airbrushed setting spray because I am doing a dewy finish. For highlighter, I am using the MAC highlighter in Gold Deposit. I love how shiny this highlighter looks and the difference it gives to my clients and models' face makeup, basically. For her lips, I am using this lip liner from Zaron in the shade Cappuccino for her lip liner. And I went onto this Zaron again. I just realized that I love Zaron products so much. Yeah, so I'm using this Zaron lip stain in the shade Tease, and I went onto this Imajic lip palette, and I wanted this pinkish, you know, this cute pinkish lips. As a gloss person that I am, I went onto this classic makeup gloss to make her lips pop, and for the under eyes I am using the same Zaron mascara just to bring out her lower lashes, and voila, we are done with this masterpiece. I'm super excited that I was able to pull through with this makeup tutorial even after the challenges that I faced while filming this video. I hope you like the final look. Don't forget to like my video, subscribe, drop a very sweet comment, share my videos, and until the next video, bye lovelies.